What's up, everybody? Brews and Bets here. We got Boom King Ben and Shawnee Mac. How's
What
it?
up?
Hope we had a good Masters, everybody. Congratulations, Dustin Johmson. Record 20 under. Pretty impressive showing there. Kind of ran away with it. Not a whole lot of dramatics coming down the stretch on Sunday, but he just played really, really solid and steady the whole week. Only 4 bogeys the whole week. So very impressive showing by DJ. And really, for a Masters in November, I thought it was a fun show.
I did too. I was really impressed. They did a great job. I think it was cool and smart of them to try to speed up the play and do the 3 pairing, or not pairing, I guess, 3 group rather than a pairing, and playing both sides of the course. So I thought it was awesome. They did a good job. A no drama win from DJ for sure. He looked great. 4 bogeys at Augusta. Can you imagine in 4 days?
Yeah, right? Crazy. Tiger had 7 bogeys on one hole. He had the 10 on the par 3
Yeah,
today.
wow.
That was pretty wild.
I didn't watch the very, very early morning, so I turned it on. But I had not been watching very long before I saw that from Tiger. I was like, oh, no.
Whoa.
Yeah. But he bounced back. Congrats to Tiger on that, actually. He looked really good after that. He ended up like 5 birdies after that.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I was drinking this morning this Lead Dog peanut butter stout. It's a really tasty stout made by Lead Dog Brewing Company up here in Reno, Nevada. Just really full and rich. Got those chocolate and vanilla hints, but also still has a punch of peanut butter in it too. So pretty smooth, and like the way it goes down. That's
awesome. I do like a good peanut butter stout. I think it always helps the body a little bit. You got to get that natural creaminess like you expect from peanut butter. So I have there's a small brewery in Denver called Coors, and they make the banquet beer, and they're pretty new, but I thought I'd give them a try. No, but seriously, congratulations to Ben, who on this show picked Dustin Johmson as his first pick, and therefore in our little versus game of who has to chug a beer afterwards, I had John Rahm, who actually had a good day. I think he bounced back a little bit. But he stood no chance, especially after a really bad double bogey. And let's just be honest, I don't think we can take it away from DJ. That's really the truth. DJ was not to be beat. So,
yeah, between Rahm, Justin Thomas, Roy McIlroy made a run. So some big names up at the top and some chalk. But like you said, when DJ's playing like that, you don't want to take anything away from him. Yeah, he really put on the wire-to-wire performance and really stood out. Congrats.
He deserved it. He's the #1 in the world. Well, I'm going to chug this. I'm curious to hear, though, your first thoughts, other than DJ winning, what you thought about the tournament.
Yeah, fun day. Loved having the Masters in November. We saw some high scores. There was some weather stuff related to that with some rain, especially on Thursday. Overall, I did really well. I had my favorite bet at under 274.5 for the total winning score. And so that ended up being not even much of a sweat thanks to DJ pushing out there to 20 at the end. But scoring overall seemed like it was better than normal. And I think some of the conditions had to do with that. Some great names up there at the top, some of the big ones, but also some of the lesser known guys that we scouted pretty well, especially props to you, Sean, and a couple of those guys. Maybe if you want to take it away on guys like Smith and Answer that you really had a beat on.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine if I was playing more this week, it would have been a big week, but still handicapped some guys really well. I'm proud of the guys because there were guys that you wouldn't look at on, first take. Honestly, for you, too, to put DJ in there at the anchor, here he is 34% out on DraftKings, but honestly, he wasn't even my first pick, so that was a good call. But yeah, Cameron Smith was one of my favorites. He was priced pretty low at $7,300. I really didn't like anybody else in that price range. He's just been playing well. So he been playing well, field play. Doesn't really have to do with how he sets up on this course. He can hit the ball a mile, but the truth of him is he doesn't always get off the tee that well. And if you were actually watching the tournament today, you would have noticed that towards the end, he started to spray it a little bit. And I think if they had to play a 5th day, he would actually even drop off.
He was scrambling. It seemed like every other shot they were showing of his is out of the pine straw, or he had to go over it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm proud of him, though. He held his composure really well. A couple of his shots out of that rough were incredible to keep himself tied for second. I mean, he truly shouldn't have been after a few of those drives. So he looked great at 73. Abraham Answer, he had a really rough day, a little bit unlucky at times, and then just a couple of really short putts that he missed. But he was still up on the leaderboard, which he was a low ownership player as well because he had no experience at Augusta. But like I said, we got to see the last couple of days when he's on fire. His approach shots get real close and just taps them right in. So that was a good pick as well. Cameron Champ a little bit, the 7,100 range was also a good pick. And lastly, Scheffler. He wasn't one that was at the very top of the leaderboard, but he's also a rookie at Augusta and also put together another good showing. So that was something I was happy with. But also congrats to you with a couple cashes on DraftKings this week in your single entry. And also the big $5 100K up top. You had a really, really good lineup. I had Champ and DJ in it, and also had Smith. So that was huge. So yeah, it was cool to see that kind of come to life, like what I thought it would look like and could look like is kind of how it went down. But other than that, I think a couple of misses as far as what I didn't see that worked out well. Congrats to Soon JM. Played a great tournament, 6% owned on DraftKings. So not a lot of people were picking him. 7,500, a little bit more than some of those other guys, only because he has that ceiling of when he is hot, he can win the tournament. But he hadn't been playing that kind of golf. It was incredible. His saves today, man. He played a great golf game. What did you think?
Yeah, Im was being really aggressive and sometimes leaving himself in some bad spots, but it was pretty impressive he was able to, shoot the round he did with some of those misses that he had.
Yeah.
He was one of those guys that I looked at and I think for that price, I didn't like it. And not many other people did with the 6% ownership. But good pick to those who did pick him. But I think, with the big names at the top and, DJ being so owned and, McIlroy and Thomas being up there, Rahm up there, it really shows that scouting those lesser known players is really what makes the money. Because, anybody can pick those big dogs, but if you don't have anything to fill in the lineup with, or if you're just throwing darts at those little $7,000 players, it's not gonna make any money in the long run. So good scouting and good picks by you on some of those.
Thank you.
I had a couple other bets that I cashed all right on. I had the Morikawa no top 20, which we talked about earlier in the week. Morikawa just hasn't really looked that good since his PGA win.
No.
And so we've actually been fading him a few times since then. And this is now, after this tournament, in his last 8 tournaments, he's only made 3 cuts. So hopefully not too much of a trend there. Because I like him and I think he'll be a good player. But hopefully it's just like a little dip in form for him. He can recover. But I think that was a pretty good call. And my other big miss was I had a Bryson versus Rory matchup. But I bet Bryson to beat Rory straight up. And that was looking all right after day one. But Rory really was in good form the rest of the weekend. And if it wasn't for that day one, Rory probably could have been up there competing with Dustin or close to that too. And Bryson seemed to put it together after that. So a couple misses, but overall pretty good weekend for me.
Yeah, that's great. You hit that total score easy, and you hit it with the guy that you picked. So it's almost a parlay in a way, right? I think somebody's going to get to this, and I think this guy's going to win it. So having DJ to win 17 or better was kind of what you were thinking. And the Bryson pick, honestly, that's a miss on Bryson. Rory could have been up there in the tournament if he didn't have a bad day, but Bryson did not play a good tournament. He got in his head. He tried to do too much. The fact of the matter is he has a lot of finesse in his game too when he wants to. It's not just hitting it a mile. He didn't seem to have that. His chips were bad. He didn't putt very good. So, yeah, that was just a miss there. Morikawa was a great call. We could have got crazy backdoored because he just made the cut at the even line. But he didn't play a great tournament after that. He never really did. He's a solid golfer, though. So there's going to be certain courses that are going to match up really well for him moving forward, for sure.
Yeah. Well, he was another one of those first-time Masters guys, which we talked about can be a negative for a lot of those first-timers. It's really a course where you have to have some experience. And so, if you're able to make the cut in your first I guess he did make the cut, so my numbers were a little off. But to be able to make the cut in your first time there is an accomplishment anyways. And he's a good player. He'll be all right in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be competitive in most tournaments he plays. There's a chance that after the high of the PGA, he kind of did the thing where he took the break, and only played the big tournaments, and that didn't seem to bode well for him. Maybe he should try to get back into the momentum of playing some more of the other tournaments, because before he won the PGA, remember, he had only missed one cut. And we joked because I loved him that week. But he had only missed that one cut, and he has missed a few since. So, again, those are pressure tournaments, but maybe it's better for him to get back in the swing of things.
Well, we're going to do it all again in like 4 or 5 months. The Masters coming up quickly again. We'll be in its normal time in April, with or without fans, I don't know, but it's always fun to get the Masters at Augusta. And so until then, good luck to everybody. Cheers. Thanks for watching. And if you like golf content, check us out on Instagram as well. Brews and Bets. We got a lot of picks there, golf and football season as well. So cheers.
Every Tuesday we hop on for a little live. You can hear us chat about our favorite picks for the upcoming tournaments. So we'll see you this Tuesday at 6. Cheers.